My financial reserves are exhausted. I don't know what to do. Okay, so a house or kids, a family are out of the question. But in recent years I have been struggling to maintain even my regular life. My savings are mostly gone. I have $400 in the bank. I have already cut back on pretty much everything, yet I still spend more than ever, and it keeps getting worse. I already buy the cheapest brands and skip some meals. I already moved to a cheaper apartment. My car is 8 years old and I use every trick in the book to keep it going and doing most small repairs by myself. I buy second-hand products. I unsubscribed from all streaming. I don't even have a TV. I don't even go out with my booty anymore because the pub is too expensive. Rather, I buy some beers in the supermarket and we meet to watch football at home. I don't go to the cinema, and if I do, like twice in a year, I don't buy anything to eat there. I recycle my stuff as long as possible. Use it as long as possible. Trade my few valuables for necessary things like shoes. I don't do any vacations, and I cook only at home, bulk as much as possible to save money. Yet it still isn't enough. Sometimes I do 20 or 30 hours of overtime so that I can stay ahead of my bills. But there is no long-term solution. Things get just another 5% more expensive in the next few months. I will run out of money within a few weeks. I just can't do 20-30 hours overtime every week just to keep up. I am just exhausted. Just for info, I am an accountant and earn $55,000 per year. After taxes, I am left with $40,000 per year. My cheap apartment alone costs me $20,000 per year. Food another $5,000 per year. So I am left with just $15,000 for the entire year to pay insurance, internet, phone, gas, electricity, water, heating, and buy the occasional new clothing, machinery that I need in order to survive, not look like homeless. I don't know what to do and don't know how this can keep going. Same here. But I make $40,000 and live in Southern California. I live paycheck to paycheck. I'm exhausted. It's too expensive to stay and too expensive to leave. I'm stuck. Do not starve. Please contact local food banks. Lots even have produce days. That's what it's there for, to help when you run out of money. The people who run them are wonderful. These idiots doubting $20,000 plus per year on housing. Welcome to the rental situation on the entire eastern seaboard down into the Carolinas. Yours is the story of so many. Hang in there. Most of the discussion on this post doesn't even belong on this sub. But it does show how a lot of people really think. I'm a welder. Skilled trade. I'm quiet skilled without sounding too arrogant. Make about $65K. My rent is a grandfathered rate from 5 years ago. I just barely save $500 to $1,000 a month. I can just barely afford to fix my car a few times a year. I wonder why people aren't having kids. This situation is the norm in the United States. Regrettably, I would say it time to play dirty with job hunting. Slap a coat of glamour on your resume and lie your way to the top. Did you vote for ex-president that got elected? Congratulations, you worked for that administration. Did you give a homeless man a sandwich? Boom, you were at an go that helped kids do X thing from Y distressed area, war zone. Sure, these are exaggerated ideas of whimsy. My point remains: unleash your inner liar, bastard, to get what you need to be happy. Work should not define someone or keep them desperate. Rather, it should be the place they spend some of their so they can do the things that actually matter. You have value as a person and you will find your way out of this awful situation. Have you considered armed robbery? I'll probably get downvoted like crazy for this. You say you're an accountant. Have you thought about applying for the IRS? They'll be hiring like crazy over the next few years. The work sucks. It's boring. But it's a 40-hour work week at max. Paid leave, pension, and a 401k. Never heard of anyone having a problem using their leave. It's more of a situation of you tell them when you're taking leave and it's approved. And most importantly, you'll at least double your 55k pay within 5 years easy. They pay starts a little low, but the promotions for your first 3 years or so are all but automatic. Yearly automatic raises for a number of years after that. Yearly inflation increases as well. Honestly, you'd hit a six-figure salary without even having to compete for the higher-level positions. This is an awful reality right now for so many people. I am so sorry that your hard work isn't even enough. I'm personally going into the marketing field and most of the salaries aren't enough to fully support myself and my child without penny pinching. I know you said that you are exhausted from doing overtime and I completely understand. But I'm just asking, are you by any chance interested in real estate? Maybe you could get your license and do that as kind of like a side hustle. I am currently on the way to getting my license and instead of doing overtime at my job, I am doing real estate. It is quite enjoyable and it can make you some serious money for being a side hustle. Maybe you could look into other side hustles that aren't too stressful but can help you build up your savings. Again, I'm so sorry and I completely understand your position. Your salary should be enough. But in today's world it is not. I hope you find a way to make your financial life easier. Are you in public accounting or do you work for a private company? Do you have your CPA? Or is your employer willing to sponsor it? I'd look through LinkedIn hard. Connect with recruiters and negotiate that your CPA be covered when transferring to a new job. Deloitte and many other firms have their fiscal year end in the summer, so it's opposite there. Clients. Which means there's new budgets and hiring freezes may end. Can't cap yourself at 55k. Start looking for jobs that offer you 75k. The solution is to make more money. I took home $60,000 last year. Median household income on my area is 48k. And I am feeling a lot of this. Car notes that weren't outrageous 2 years ago now feel heavy due to the rising cost of everything else. I'm terrified for others in my area and what they are going through. Gas has literally doubled what it was even pre-COVID. Texas, so electricity is third party and the rates change just as much as gas does. So you have to actively hunt for a good plan. It's all just crazy. Lol, I have 3 kids and was recently crippled in a car accident, so I have just let go of currency as a thing and try to enjoy life with no money. Well, you'll never get a better paying job any younger. Start applying now. Start looking for a better position. Where you are isn't paying you a living wage. But it's barely covering your expenses, so that's good enough. For now, while you find a better place. Keep trying. There's no need to stick around a job you can't afford to keep. Systemic issues that push us all down exist. Lol, bro, just get a better job. Quote. There is a very good documentary with Noam Chomsky called The American Middle Class Crisis on YouTube that is very relevant to this. Offer your trade skills to your landlord, have it taken off your rent. 20k for an apartment? That's almost double my mortgage, geez dude. How about getting a loft apartment or a roommate? You're focused on cost-cutting measure when you need to focus on ways to bring more income in.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.